Hey y'all, we haven't talked about the layout and where it is and where it's going in a very long time. So I figured now would be a great time to do that with y'all. So let's start over here. There's going to be a turntable here. That's going to be my engine facility for the most part. It'll store all of my engines when I'm not using them. And then we'll follow that around. There'll be a big Y here. This part here isn't made yet, but it will be. And following it around the back, we have the other end of the Y, which connects over here. And then this back here will be a hidden staging yard or semi-hidden staging yard. Um, well, you'll see some of it, but it won't. But it'll be behind a lot of things, so it'll be hard to see. And let's follow that around here. And this is the first thing I've been working on. It's this 3-track switching area or industry storage track. And that is connected using curved turnouts. And this is actually the first time I've ever used flex track. And it is harder than it looks. I'll be honest, it's a challenge. And then back here, I have to redo a lot of this because it's very, very bumpy, especially right here. There's some big bumps in it. You can see here, all that. So that's my next project. Then back here, you can see all these wires still out. All those wires coming through. I have to drill them all down so they pop out the other side. But the problem is that's 4 inches of foam and like an inch of wood. And my drill bit here is only like 3.5 inches long. So I need to work on how exactly I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it'll be a project. And then over here in this whole corner, this will pretty much be Indianapolis. And I'm going to work on all of this being Indianapolis. And then everything else will be an industry that you normally find in Indiana. And the whole idea is it's going to go from Chicago to probably St. Louis, not St. Louis, Kentucky. So it'll just be that whole, more or less what the Monon Railroad used to be, along with some Indiana Railroad stuff and some short lines. If we follow along here, you can see I've done a little bit more stuff here, and I've added this diamond coming through. And this will be for one service area or industry. And then this over here will be another industry. And then up here, there used to be a big yard that extended almost all the way down. But I took that out, and I'm going to have just another industry here. And I think that'll look a lot better than the yard used to be. But the only things I'm working on now are I'm slowly converting everything to DCC. So I have to drill all the wires down. But then on each one of these 5 tracks here, and here, and over there a little bit as well, I have to put in more feeder wires so I can run them down when I install my bus lines and everything. And I'm going to use 3 buses. I have one for each of the 2 main lines. I'll have one for my branch line, and then I'll have one for all of the sidings and things. I'll probably have all on one as well. And then eventually I'll have the engine facility over here be on its own line or its own circuit, which will be great. And then other stuff I'm working on, I have this guy here. This was my birthday present this year. This is an SD45, custom painted for Indiana Railroad, and that's super cool. And then I have this guy down here, which is a Monon engine, which is really nice. And then I got these 5 cars up here, which are all Monon livery, which is pretty neat. And then lastly, I have this Monon engine up here. Just get him out of the sun so you can see him. And he is a 35, I want to say. It's been a while since I've looked him up. But he has sound, and he's ready for DCC. I think I have 3 engines right now that are ready for DCC. I just need to upgrade the layout first. But yeah, that's kind of the layout in a nutshell about where we're at. It's a lot of little stuff before we can get to the fun stuff with scenery and buildings and all that stuff, but we'll get there. It's just, I have 2 jobs right now and I'm in school full time. So unfortunately the layout kind of gets tucked away on the back burner. So if you see me not making a whole bunch of progress, that's kind of why. But yeah, hope you all have a fantastic day and I'll see y'all later.